All right, good morning. Welcome to the London session. I hope you're doing well. Um, so today is Tuesday, the 9th of August, and today is our last day of being together. So make use of every time that you can be available for today. Um, let's start with the dollar index as usual. So dollar index, it's kind of dropping down this morning, and that's normal. Uh, we, or I am anticipating that, by the way. I want to see them take out this low, and then as soon as this low is taken, I want to see price reject. All right. So I'm anticipating a stop rate below this low. If you've yesterday I pointed you to go and watch a video that I produced on my YouTube channel. If you did watch it, we have that kind of scenario in here where we have a low and then another low here. So this low becomes an important low that once price goes below that, it might cause a reversal. Below that, we also have this previous area here, this candle's low, all the way to this candle's high. We also have that particular candle being the last down candle prior to the move up. So we might take maybe just below that low and then price reject. We also have a closure of the void in here that can also cause a reversal. So there's a lot of reasons to kind of anticipate price rejecting at this low. Okay, it might happen in London, it might happen in New York session, but whatever happens, that's what we are anticipating. Now, what changes that? Because we need to know when it's no more valid, right? Because I could be wrong and price can obviously go beyond where we are expecting. So what I don't want to see is basically price come all the way down and close below this this up candle here. So I don't want to see price come. This H4 candle has got 2 hours and 23 minutes. I don't want to see price come all the way down here and close below this. If we do close below that, my expectation will be put to the backside and then wait for more information. Okay, so that's your kind of a level where my analysis will be wrong. Okay, so pay attention to that, and that's where I'll be wrong if we do close below it. But as long as we are above that, we are still valid to continue going higher. All right. Euro, on the other hand, it's bullish because of the euro pound. So maybe they might go a little bit higher to take out this high, because that low took out this candle's low. So generally, once they take out this low here, it's gonna want to come back and attack this high. So on the euro, we might get price to take out these highs before coming back down, or maybe this down candle's high. So on the lower time frame, it looks something like this, right? It looks something like that. Now, why can it do that? Because if you look at the price action that we have here, this is a fractal that needs to complete. Okay, so that fractal is, we have breaking market structure, this is a pullback, and it needs to complete up here. Okay, so then once price completes that fractal, then we can anticipate a reversal. Okay, so euro might continue going up before coming back down. Now, once we go above that high, that's when I will anticipate some kind of a rejection. Okay, so with euro, watch this high, and then as price goes above it, that's when you want to anticipate a reversal. At the same time, being aware of the dollar index. Okay, British pound, this one might also attack these highs before coming back down. Essentially, that's yesterday's high, so that high might be attacked before price comes back down again. So today being Tuesday, price looks like it wants to kind of form the high of the, I think, high of the week. All right, so let's see if that would be the case, and then we will look for continuation to the downside. Okay, so you're looking at this up candle. If they can get there, maybe might not, maybe might. Looking at this level here, maybe something might happen there, but we also have a higher high here. We have this high and that high, so above that high is going to be liquidity. So if they do go above it, that's a potential reversal level. All right, New Zealand, same thing. They might attack this high before reversing. So essentially, New York session is going to be when these might unfold. So they might take out the highs during the London session, and then going into New York session, that's when price will eventually reverse and then come back down. So have that level on your chart. Okay, have that level on your chart. Okay, and then we will see what price will give us. So this high, that's what you're watching. Bear with me, I did close my Telegram because I'm being bombarded by questions, so I did turn it off. All right, I have opened. There we go. So if you have any questions, you can send them now. I have my Telegram open now. Okay, so we are looking at this high to anticipate a reversal, and then price will come back down again. Aussie probably might not take out previous day's high because they've already done that yesterday. So I'm not looking for any big run to the upside. Plus, we've rejected a full figure, the 0.7 thousand level. They've rejected that, so that might cause price to come down. Basically, this one is going to be a weaker pair for the rest of the week, right? But when it's coming back down, because we do have a dealing range formed here, we might want to take partial inside these gaps inside the lower portion of the dealing range. So below 50%, we have this gap here. That would be a decent level. If you get a sell up in here, that you can take partial off from your trade in that area. Okay, that's provided you do get a sell. If you don't get any sell, then obviously don't do anything. But if you do get a sell, I would recommend taking partial. First one at 50%, and then here, and then you leave the rest for continuation to the downside. All right. Dollar CAD, I'm anticipating a reversal, but this week I am not trading it. When I did my analysis on the CAD futures, it had the potential to go up, and dollar also having potential to go up. It might consolidate, right? And if it doesn't consolidate, maybe it might want to attack this low here and then dip into this imbalance before going back up. So I'm not kind of interested in dollar CAD for this week. And as of today, as of this afternoon, this thing is gonna be off my chart. I only brought it in because of being requested by members, but it's not a pair that I personally like trading anyway. So going forward, I'm not gonna be looking at this pair, so it's gonna be gone as of this afternoon. Right? If you want to continue trading it, that's entirely up to you. All right. So that's dollar CAD for you. Then it might take out this low and then reject. If it doesn't, if you want to trade for longs, wait for this gap to close in. Okay, wait for that gap to be closed in, and then after price goes above it, you can start looking for a buy. There was a trade idea on the Euro Aussie. I shared that yesterday in the channel. Let me see if I can find it. Yep, that's the first chart that I shared yesterday with the Euro Aussie. We will go on to that in a second. But what I was driving to is that I saw that we might go up on this for today, and the strength that this was going to provide is what I used on the Euro Aussie. So I forecasted that the Aussie was going to become weak yesterday, right? Let me actually go ahead and look at the heat map, because we talked about this yesterday. And if we see Aussie today, right? Let me actually share my other screen so you can see it. Right, we forecasted Aussie to be a weak pair, right? Yesterday Aussie was up here. Today Aussie is there. Why? Because that was what was forecasted before the week started, right? So this is why it's important to be able to forecast before they actually happen, right? And then we talked about the yen pair also potentially moving up. The yen pair was here yesterday, and we talked about that going forward to come here. So by the end of the week, or probably by tomorrow, yen should be up here. Okay, so it goes to show you the importance of understanding price action. So Euro being bullish, I didn't catch a buy. I did place a buy limit here, right here, but this movement down was caused by that movement down was caused by the market close. So my broker did not take me into that trade, even though, right, on my chart, I'll show you. For the first time, I'm gonna show you my trading platform, and you see there you go. Right, I had a buy limit there, and it did spike into it, but it did not give me the entry. Okay, it did spike into it, but it did not give me the entry, and then price left. So I had a buy limit, but the time of the day, it didn't give me an entry. But I still like that level because we do have this as a gap that has not been filled. Ignore that candle because that it doesn't, I think it doesn't exist. Okay, so we might get, if New York, let's say New York session drops down aggressively, that might be the level to anticipate a reversal from. All right, so that's what I did with that. I was looking for it for this morning, right, for London to do that and then go up, and that's what they've done. Okay, so we might get that to continue going up. The next draw is going to be here, this old low, right, and then we might get the next level being 84925. On the H4, it's kind of creating another auto block in here. So if this candle in the next 10 minutes closes, that might also give a potential entry for New York session. So in here, that might be a decent level to anticipate a buy during the New York session. Okay, so you can highlight that for a potential buy during the New York session. Okay, and you still be looking up here for the targets. Gold, you can see what gold is done so far, right? Yesterday we talked about this gap, or is it here, that if we close above it, that can be used as a buy to continue going up. Well, we did, and then we traced back into it, and this is where we are moving off from this morning. I'm not in a buy. I wish I was, but I'm not. It's gonna take out this high and essentially probably continue up in here. All right, low resistance over there, so we might get price to continue going up over there. Last night I was doing some back testing using rates. So once we go above this high, 1805 will be a decent level to reach for, and then 1820 will also be potential level for price to reach for. Okay, so you can look for these two levels for price to reach for them, right? So on the H4, we do have some auto block being created here. I like that because it's coming off from the imbalance. The only thing that I don't like is the fact that we have this low being higher than that. I would have preferred that low being a little bit lower, but it's okay, and because it's a swing low, it's a decent swing low. We have this, that, and then that, so it's a decent swing low. So on the lower time frame, we do have a gap that can be traded here, or the breaker that can be traded there, depending on where price will retrace to and the time of the day. Okay, London is done, so New York session is what will be we'll be interested in. So New York session, we want it to come back down to one of these two levels, and then if you measure the range, it has to fall below 50%, right? So below 50% would be here, right? If we retrace from there, if we are retracing for somewhere higher, right, then you can consider this one. But if you're retracing from here, then you won't consider the breakup, but you consider this gap. All right, so that's gold. Oil, I think this is providing an optimal trade entry. Yeah, it looks like it's providing an optimal trade entry. Now I could be wrong, and it's just from the high of the week and then continuation to the downside, but you know, they did run some level of stops here before going up. So what I can do, or what you can do, because I love trading oil, is that we might get pullback from here. So in here, we might get pullback. You can buy that here, and then when it comes back up, you sell here, okay, and then keep both of them with their respective stop losses. All right, keep both of them with their respective stop losses, because eventually it's gonna break out to one side. Now I will break out to the downside because of the weekly range. Okay, go over here. Okay, I would want it to break to the downside, but because we have that here, right, it can break to the upside to take out this high before coming down. So if you do buy, right, you can hold on to that buy and then just leave your stop loss. As soon as it moves up, just push it to break even. All right, and then if it gets up here, you sell short, and then as soon as it moves away, put it to break even. All right, and then keep it, because at one point it's gonna break to either up or down, and you will eventually be right. Okay, it's not gambling, it's just you trying to take the trade in the direction of where it's supposed to be expanding to, but it's stuck in a dealing range, both of them being a decent dealing range, because there was stop rates and price expanded. So stop rate here, expansion, stop rates here, expansion. So it's kind of stuck in that range. But if you are to consider the whole structure of the market, it should expand to the downside. And today being Tuesday, this could be the high of the week, and then they go down. But they can also go up again to form the high, maybe for New York session or maybe for Wednesday, and then Wednesday price will come back down again. All right, so that's why you want to kind of position yourself in a way that you will catch which side they want to expand to. So that's that on oil. Bitcoin, we are looking for continuation to the upside. 25344 is our upside objective, and that's where we are looking for price to go. So here is a gap that I was watching to see if they can stay above. Broke it, so we are in a short-term retracement. Okay, so that's your range, that's your buy, and you're looking up. All right, so that's Bitcoin. I'm actually gonna post this in the Bitcoin channel, in the crypto analysis channel. All right, and then we have here Ethereum, same thing. We are looking at somewhere up here, but take your trades and take partials along the way. So high, you don't want to take one trade and hold it to up there. So you have high here, that can be a target. So again, use optimal trade entry, easy. I think we actually retraced to that level already. Yeah, we already retraced to that level. So look for continuation to the upside, essentially. Okay, let me go and quickly check Dixie to see what it's up to. Okay, let me do one quick projection. Okay, that was inch perfect, almost. Okay, I'll leave that there. So what I want to see is now we've hit 10 o'clock. I want to see this candle trade down, takes out this low, hit this, and then reject and go back up, and have this gap here as a signature, or this void in here, that once we close that in, we are going back up again. All right, so that's what we are going to be looking for going into the rest of the day. All right, and like I said, if it goes all the way down, close below that, we are not interested. It can go, but it doesn't need to close. Okay, and if it does, that's the 618 level. You want to watch that. Okay, right, let's go over here and look at what we have. So the yen pairs, we are still anticipating the reverse, or we are waiting for the reversals. We are waiting for the reversal right now. Like I said, the reversal might happen. I'm anticipating it for a kind of a Thursday or Wednesday midweek reversal. So between Wednesday and Thursday, that's when I'm anticipating this reversal. So you can leave them for now. Don't try to predict. You can buy if you want to, because it still has room to go on the upside, right? Because we are yet to get to optimal trade entry. I just don't want to be part of this buy. I want to be anticipating the sell, right? and I could be wrong and it can go all the way up, and that's fine. But as long as I have a bias, I want to stick with that. So this is the area I'm anticipating a reversal. So there's still room, right? On this pair, there's still room. On CAD, same thing, between this high and that low, there's still room, right? Dollar yen, lots of room. I actually had a buy idea yesterday. Oh, sorry, I think it was early hours this morning on the demo, right? So there's still room to the upside. The buy demo idea that I have, I'm gonna show it to you here. Basically OTE, right? This low to this high, and I'm buying OTE. Actually missed it by a few pips, right? But that's where I'm anticipating a buy to continue going up. But I'm only taking it on a demo, not on a live account, because I want to be selling for this week. Pound yen, same thing. Still yet to hit. I think this one has hit 618 and gave a big rejection. I still think it has a bit of room to the upside before it comes back down. So we are watching somewhere in here. I like that area, right? I don't mind selling here, leaving my stop loss up there, and then looking for continuation to the downside, right? At least I'll get at 3 to 1. Not the best because it's a short-term trading, but it's profitable. Okay. At the same time, I can get a decent entry by waiting for the reversal to happen, and then I will take a smaller stop loss, right? So I'll wait and then see what price will give me. Bear with me, guys. Okay. Yes, indices. We'll be doing indices in a second. I'm just feeling a little bit uncomfortable. I had too much, not to eat, but I had too much drink yesterday. Not the drink that you are thinking about. I had I don't know if you guys know about it. It's called super malt. It's a beverage, non-alcoholic beverage. I had too much and my belly is doing me some style. Anyway, All right, sorry. Okay, so you can pretty much keep buying all the yen pairs if you want to. All right, I've given you at least where they are trying to reach for. Aussie Swiss. Yesterday we talked about price rejecting from that level, and then we did get that. I was looking for a run below this low before this pullback, but it seems that it wants to pull back. So wait for this low to give up. Okay, now we took out previous day high. This is a H4 swing low right here. We need that one to give up. Okay, but it's also showing some form of OTE. Okay, so this is similar to the oil oil, where we had a dealing range on both sides of the market. Here on the 1 hour, we rated this high and we broke down. We breathed and then went up. So it's kind of in a dealing range, right? So price might be stuck in a kind of a sideways market in here. So be mindful, be aware. Okay. New Zealand Swiss. I'll suggest leave New Zealand Swiss out of your pairs for this week. Focus on the Aussie pairs. Aussie cards, they might maybe attempt attacking this high, Monday's high, and then reject. That level is where we are anticipating the reversal. Now they have hit it and rejected, but there was no displacement. Okay, there was no displacement, so maybe they might come back to it one more time before showing displacement. But we are looking for lower prices because the higher time frame has given us a bearish daily range depicted here. Okay, so this is all just retracement. We want to see price go down again. All right, Euro Aussie, we have moved away from the level that I gave. We closed above H4 imbalance, so I'm looking for higher prices, at least to trade back up here. This pair, I was anticipating them to go a little bit higher before reversing. It's still not shown any displacement to the downside, so I'm not convinced yet. Maybe they might take it one more time up before coming down, but the draw on liquidity is over here. So if you do see anything that shows you willingness to drop, right, then this is going to be where they're going to be attacking. Right, I think we need to wait for a break in market structure. This is just consolidating, so they might do one break and then down we go. So that's what you wanna anticipate. Let me quickly do the indices and then call it a day, because my belly is not doing me well right now. So with the indices, this week we might either see two things: consolidation or retracement. That's it. All right, and we talked about that yesterday. They've taken out previous day's high and they took out this short-term low. So look at this imbalance for New York session, because they might retrace back into it and then drop. Okay, that's what I will play I wouldn't look for longs because seasonal tendency is calling lower prices. Dollar index might go up. It's not giving any signs yet, but we might see dollar index go up. So if dollar index is going up, indices might do what? Might drop. So two reasons: one, seasonal tendency; two, Dixie. So there's a potential of a drop, and three, JPY pairs. Right, JPY pairs might also drop for the week, and if you couple all of that, it gives you, a narrative of potential drop. Right, so if you sell here, if it stops you out, no problem. Just wait and then anticipate a break in market structure again. If it doesn't give you a break in structure, don't do anything. Just sit on your hands. Okay. And then you do the same thing for all the other indices, because that's what they've all done. Okay, so you are looking at the imbalances that has been left on the upside. Okay, and then you'll be looking for some kind of a rejection. All right, so pretty much that's all I have for you for this morning. We will be seeing ourselves today at 2 p.m. and that's actually going to be our last session together. When we do have that session, obviously I will give you guys my social media handles, and then if you want to reach out, feel free to reach out. If you have any question, feel free to obviously ask any question, but as of the afternoon, I will be no more in the channel. I will not be active in the Discord channel. So if you do send anything in there, I'm thinking about it whether to completely remove myself from there or just being there but not participating, right? So I'm contemplating on that. So that's why I'll leave my my handles. If you want to reach out, you can reach out there, so it's easier for me to reply to you, and then obviously yeah, we go from there. Okay, any last day nuggets? I'll see in the New York session. I'll see what I can do. I'll give you a last day nugget during the New York session. All right. So thank you all for joining this morning, and I'll touch base with you in the afternoon. Okay. Take care.